education goal. We hold firm to our vision that the 2029 election will be free and it will be fair and transparent, that the Democratic Justice Party will assume leadership in Liberia. We also believe that the strength of our democracy lies not in the personality who occupy public offices, but in the collective weight of the people to safeguard democratic institutions. Washington, which the appointment may invite debate, it must not distract us from the larger mission of
Tommy, wash up.
You know, we carry bullion 20 kilo. To make this 20 kilo bullion, we need to produce 900 tons of gold.
So to get 20 kilos of gold, you
900
need 900 tons of
gold. 30 trucks.
30 trucks.
30 trucks we process.
I mean, you go down there,
Tommy.
you go do another.
Yeah, man.
But maybe we can go two step back. They can make their job easy. We completed open pit. While producing this 900 ton ore, our strip ratio was 1 to 20. So we need to move at the same time 18,000 ton waste. So to get
Gotta move 18,000 tons of
waste to get this 900 tons. So to make this 22 kilo bullion, you need to 30,000 rock. 30,000
tons of light.
Now we complete.
So you say every month you do about 900 kilo
900
tons of gold or of rock.
Yes.
When you crush the rock,
You make 220 kilo.
so that's 22 kilo, 20 kilo gold. How much do you get on a monthly basis?
You said 900.
900 kilo.
I was trying
It's
to
not 900 tons of gold. 900 kilos of gold.
So we complete our open pit here. Now we are doing underground because as long as you want to go down, you need to extend.
So you down, you go underground.
Now we are going underground. Yes, these are the ventilation fans of underground. And we have, you see, there is a small hole there. Yeah, we are going with the tracks underneath this open pit, and we are excavating it.
What is the enter underground? People there?
Yes.
Oh.
Engin Bey,
Wow.
Ben de yardımcı olayım.
nerede? Diğer portum nerede? 2 tane portum yok.
Bir tanesi hemen ventilation alanının hemen yanında.
There are 2 holes. One of them is just next to this ventilation fan, and the other one is there.
So you got pillars moving on underground.
Yes, that's why we have pump station in the bottom of the open pit, so we are not keeping water inside the open pit because we are mining under the open pit. Gold is going down like this. So we are also making shaft there with the Chinese contractors.
Yeah.
We will go and see. It has a 7-meter diameter, and this shaft will go 1,000 feet.
On the open pit, or when you see the one they call bench method, because it's intended not to have a cave. It depends on the strength of the tree. And I mean, when you look like step like that, it's a simple bench method, the open pit mine.
So you can see this. We moving further. This is the open pit B mining company, and then the move further underground where you see the hole is the entrance to the pit, and they go further underground. Yeah, they go further underground. The VP is moving to the next area, continuation of his store of bee mining activities here in Liberia. And
So the gold are in Iraq.
this one. The length of the
Come in, wash up.
5-6 meters. And the rest is the waste. You know, we carry bullion 20 kilo. To make this 20 kilogram bullion, we need to produce 900 tons of gold.
So to get 20 kilos of gold, you need
900
900 tons of
almost 30 trucks.
30 trucks.
30 trucks we process. And all this
I mean, you go down there,
Tommy.
what you go doing outside?
Yeah, man.
But maybe we can go two-step back. They can make their job easy. We completed open pit. But while producing this 900 ton ore, our strip ratio was 1 to 20. So we need to do at the same time 18,000 ton waste. So to get
Gotta move 18,000 tons of
waste to get this 900 tons. So to make this 22 kilo bullion, you need to 30,000 rock. 30,000
tons of light.
Now we complete.
So you say every month you do about 900 kilo
900
or 900
tons
of gold or
rock.
of rock.
Yes.
When you crush the rock,
You make 220 kilo bullion.
so that's 20 kilo gold. How much do you get on a monthly basis?
You said 900.
900 kilo.
I was trying
It's
to
not 900 tons of gold. 900 kilo of gold.
So we complete our open pit here. Now we are doing underground because as long as you want to go down, you need to extend.
So you down, you go underground.
Now we are going underground. Yes, these are the ventilation fans of underground. And we have, you see, there is a small hole there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are going with the tracks underneath this open pit, and we are excavating it.
What is talking enter underground?
There.
People there?
Yes.
Oh.
Engin Bey,
Wow.
Ben de yardımcı olayım.
nerede? Diğer portum nerede? 2 tane portum yok.
Bir tanesi hemen ventilation alanının hemen yanında.
There are 2 holes. One of them is just next to this ventilation fan, and the other one is there.
So you got pillars moving all underground.
Yes, that's why we have pump station at the bottom of the open pit, so we are not keeping water inside the open pit because we are mining under the open pit. Gold is going down like this. So we are also making shaft pad with the Chinese contractors.
Yeah.
We will go and see. It has a 7-meter diameter, and this shaft will go 1,000 feet.
On the open pit, what you see there is what they call bench also because it's intended not to have a cave. It depends on the strength of the yeah, I mean, when you look like step like that, that's a simple bench better than an open pit mine.
So you can see this. We moving further. This is the open pit B mining company, and then the move further underground where you see the hole is the entrance to the pit, and they go further underground. Yeah, they go further underground. The VP is moving to the next area, continuation of his store of bee mining activities here in Liberia. And this is the height. This is huge, folks. This is huge. Move to our next point quickly. Move to our next point quickly. We'll do
Okay. Good morning, Liberia. Good morning, just wherever you are and whatever you are doing. This is the Today Show right here on Spawn 107.5. This is your most preferred breakfast program, the program that gives you everything that is needed for your breakfast. And of course, today happens to be the 13th day of the month of April, AD 2026. And the time is approximately 13 minutes, climbing up to 8 o'clock. That's the initial time check here in Monrovia, Liberia. Welcome. This is your show. This is where we talk the talk. This is where we discuss the issues that matter to the growth and development of Mama Liberia. This beautiful Monday morning. My name is Yekezi Zubel as usual. And of course, I'm here to take you up to 10 o'clock this morning. I hope to be joined by Sylvester Wowie on the show later on. But we've got a lot here for you. A lot of training happenings in the country. We'll be briefly cutting across Liberia to speak with our various correspondents to know what's happening in their respective counties. We also discuss, some of the training issues. And one of the biggest news in town, has to do with the issue of Beer Mountain. As you may know, the president of Liberia recently toured Beer Mountain, and the fundings from that tour are very huge, very, 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 very huge. And of course, a lot of Liberians are criticizing that. Officials of Beer Mountain told the vice president, they revealed that the company is producing about 900 kilograms of gold every month in Liberia. And that's a very, very surprising figure. A very, very surprising figure. And to better understand that figure, 900 kilograms of gold is nearly 1 metric ton of gold every month. So based on the current market price, the conservative market price, about 150,000 United States dollars, that is 900,000, equals about 150,000 USD per kilogram. So this means the company could be generating around 135 million US dollars of gold monthly. So when that amount is calculated over a year period, it amounts to approximately 1.6 billion United States dollars. And that is what makes this revelation more striking. That is what makes it more astonishing, and that is why it has drawn a lot of attention. And people. The question is, how much of that amount is Liberia benefited from? How much of that amount, that huge amount, 1.6 billion in a year period, when we are still here struggling for, even our budget, our country's budget to reach 1 billion, but Beer Mountain is making around 1.6 billion a year just in gold production. How much of that does Liberia benefit from? That's the big question. But folks, we will discuss all of that here today. This morning, we have a lot on our plate. Very, very, very shortly, we'll be playing host to our first guest here this morning from Transform Liberia, and she is Idina B. Malu. She's the executive director of Transform Liberia. She's going to be our first guest this morning on the show at on the flip side of 8 o'clock. And also, we do have another guest that will sit on the platform here. at 9 o'clock. And of course, to discuss some of the issues that, matter to the growth and development of Liberia. So, I mean, that is the outline of the show this morning. Like I said, Sylvester will join me later on. But firstly, we want to cut across Liberia to know what exactly happening in the various counties, beginning with the Lofa. I do understand that some women of Lofa County identified with women living in the vicinity of the Solomba border there in Lofa County. For what reason, really? What was the purpose of identifying with those women? Is it because of the recent, hula baloo that has been going on there between Liberia and Guinea, that they are identifying with their fellow women in that vicinity? Well, we're going to be getting to our correspondent Jeremiah Double to tell us more about that. What was the purpose of that visit? What was the purpose of those women identifying with women living in that particular vicinity? But also, we speak to our correspondent in Nimba County. He's Victor Cooper. So Victor is our Nimba County correspondent. We're also going to be talking to him to know what's happening in Nimba. We hope to join our correspondent as well in Grand Bassa County. And then on the flip side of 8 o'clock, we play host to Idina Malu, who's our first guest here this morning. So Idina will be talking about the investigation currently against Yeke Koloba at the House of Representatives over statements that he made regarding the Liberia-Guinea border situation, the conflict, the misunderstanding of boundary there. She's going to be, speaking to that as the executive director of Transform Liberia. So we will join her very shortly. But let's see if we can get again to Jeremiah Dubber. I don't know what's going on, but we aren't getting Dubber. If we don't get Dubber, then of course we have to move on this morning. This is the Today Show. Don't forget, play the radio entertainment game. The code remains the same. Is *799*3#. You pay the amount of just 50 Liberian dollars or 50 cents US, and you enter your mobile money pin. You automatically get into the draw, and you stand a chance to win for yourselves up to 5,000 Liberian dollars. This morning is a raffle draw, so the more you play, the more your chances are to win. We now have on the line from Lofa County, Jeremiah Double, to tell us what's unfolding there. Jerry, good morning and welcome. How are you?
Good morning, my brother. Good morning to you. Good morning to our listener this morning, our followers who following the show this morning.
I don't know what's going on, but it's be terrible. Double, are you there now?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay. You say, how is Lofa County?
Well, Lofa is okay this morning. From where we are, yes, things are moving on.
Okay. So tell us, I understand that some women of Lofa County visited the Solomba border vicinity to identify with other women there. Tell us about that development. What's the essence of, that visit? And I know they had gone to identify with women, with women in that vicinity, but for what exactly?
So it's on today, on this Monday, where the women of Lofa County, across Lofa County, we have 11 administrative districts in Lofa. They are all paying a visit today to Lofa, to Solomba, to reach out to women in that part of Lofa County. That was recently. You remember during the time of the Guinean crossing to Liberia was like people living in their respective places. So for their part, they play as women, where they said they are all working together. They know exactly when such thing happen, how issues happen to women, especially because they are the one that feel hurt in the entire process. So today, the women leader of Lofa County, Madam Komasa Bodi, will led a team from Zozo, Saraye, Kwadibone, Vonjaman, Kolaun, Wahasa, Lukambe, Vaun, all will be going to Foya today to identify with women in that part of Lofa County, telling them that they understand exactly the stress they continue to go through, but they have come as women like them to also identify with them with some cash and also visiting them to give them some level of courage to remain calm as government said they're going to do everything possible to ensure this issue is laid to rest. So that will be the purpose of their visit this morning to Solomba, the township there. That Solomba town is a township that comprises of many towns and villages. So we're going to be reaching out there, and they have invited the superintendent to also accompany the women to make sure that that will validate their presence there. That when the superintendent is there and other local leaders, they will also show sign of a level of working together in the county to promote peace and togetherness in the county.
So you talk about the women there being under stress. How stressful they are, or how fearful they are. Does fear still exist in that area as a result of the Guinean soldiers being posted over there? Because since they got deployed there by their authorities, they've been calm, they've been peaceful, they haven't instigated or triggered anything like violence. So how then are folks there living in fear?
So the issue there is that every situation like that, you will see that the women will panic more than the male. So when the issue escalated from the beginning, they were the first to leave their homes and run into Foya and other parts of Foya district. So their concern is that when a gunman cross to this side and not even telling you that they have come to Fort, but just to cross, it means that they have come to run after their lives. So they have to take precaution. So they don't feel secure having Guinean here with arm. So as a result, they have to move to other places. And that's the reason why every time issues occur like this, you will see them, they will be the first to move. And even as we speak, other towns, yes, there are a bit normal activities, like the fear is dropping away in Solomba town and other villages around, except the Mark custom that is right at the border, that you don't have the presence of a full citizen in that place, but you still have some citizens that live with the Liberian security there in that town. So that's how it looks like. So the fear is always there whenever women see some of these things. So that's the reason why they left, and they are going there now. They are moving there this morning to encourage their friend women that let continue to trust the security. As always, it has been a message across in Lofa County that the security have been saying that we want you to trust us with this responsibility, and you will make sure that you be around to do your normal activity. But we ask everyone to give us the trust, and we're going to maintain this particular border to ensure there's no violence, there is no gun that will shoot, So all of these things have been like in a problem for citizens to trust the government effort. So that's the reason why sometimes they ask all of them to remain stable and not to be running all around.
Are women in that area still abandoning the area? Are they still departing the area as a result of the situation? Because at a certain point in time, during the heat of the movement of that saga, we heard that people were abandoning the area, people were evacuating the area because of the situation. Is such still happening?
Which they did, but the very first time that issue was tense, yes, exactly. If you look at the number of citizens who were leaving their places, you will find out that you had about 80% of women living a particular area because the fear was there and they don't stand such tension. But as we speak, they continue to trust the process to go back, not at once, but at least you have majority of them now going back home. There are some villages that we used to pass. You don't see people like that, but right now, yes, just the last week, we saw citizens as well coming home and doing their normal activities. Except that town I'm talking about, that is very close to the place there that the security have advised that people don't play around it in that quantity, in that number, because you don't know the intention of those soldiers that cross from Guinea.
So the soldiers are still posted there.
They are, and according to the superintendent, he said the numbers of based on the security briefing that he continued to receive on the day-to-day activities, their presence at the moment have continue to reduce. The number continue to reduce drastically. First, we were talking about close to 200 of them, but right now, he said that you cannot count. Maybe you cannot count more than 50 right now, or even 25. So it means that they continue to the number continue to drop, but they have not, by the way, sweeping out the entire place. But the way first the momentum was high is dropping on the day-to-day activities.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Victor. If that's all you have for us,
Jeremiah,
from Lofa County. Jeremiah, sorry. Jeremiah, Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry,
so that's it. And today the university, Lofa County University, resumed its normal academic activities. So students across Lofa County and of course Liberia all have gathered today to start the academic to start the semester activities this year. Remember, we just from break, so today is the first day for school to resume its normal activities.
Okay, thank you very much, and wish everyone there well. Thanks for the update, and thanks for always joining us.
Thanks so kindly, and we hope that when we are back from Solomon today, we'll be able to provide some update as well on the day-to-day activities.
Okay, looking forward to that. Okay, so Jeremiah Dubbard is our Lofa County correspondent, fills in with developments from Lofa County. According to him, some women of Lofa will be paying visit to women living around the Solomba vicinity to identify with women, residing in that area. Because they believe they are stressed, they believe they are panicked, they believe they are living in fear. And so they are going there basically to console them and to identify with them, to encourage them, to admonish them to remain very, very peaceful as much as possible, as the government of Liberia tries its best possible to, kind of resolve the matter between Liberia and Guinea. So the Today Show here on Spoon 107.5. We have on the line Victor Cooper from Nimba County. Victor, good morning and welcome.
Yeah, so pleasant. Good morning, Yagezi. Good morning to you.
Yeah. How is Nimba County?
Yeah, Nimba is doing okay, and we are okay here this morning in Nimba County. Nimba is doing better. We have this friendly atmosphere here this morning, except for where we are getting that the cigar security want to take protest on Arsenal Mental Trinity this morning. It's one thing that we're trying to verify to make our way to Standing Quay this morning.
They are trying to protest cigar security?
Cigar security,
that's a security contracted by Arsenal Mental, right?
Arsenal Mental, yeah, you're right.
And what's the rationale behind their protest? What are you hearing as a reason behind their protest?
Our colleagues who is now filling in with this information, though we yet to confirm that it is over 3 months now, Arsenal Mental is yet to pay her workers in that part of Nimba County, more especially those of whom assigned at a train travel from Grand Basso to Yekepa. They are not been receiving their pay for the past 3 months now. Reportedly, it is something that they have taken their attention now with no authority but to block the train travel this morning. So he also filled in with development that indeed On that basis, the Liberia National Police had dispatched a team of ERU to the Trinidad this morning to arrest or to resist any other protest this morning.
Okay. Well, I hope you can verify that report coming from the National Mental area, because it's a very interesting one. Just verify it, because sometimes the issue can really be from the company. Sometimes it could be from the security firm and all of that. But it's good you verify the information, and to keep us abreast maybe subsequently. But what's going on in Nimba County? What are other unfoldings there?
So basically, they just end the week. We were on a tour with one of Nimba County Senator, Senator Nyandi Tuayen, who embarked on his county-wide tour. It is about 21 days tour in the county. He is on the project inspection and constituency engagement tour in the county for 21 days. So he come for the first 1 week. Within a 1 week period, he visited about 4 chiefdoms within Nimba County, presided district number 2, where he pledged and donated cash, and also promised several students support of scholarship in Nimba County. So there is a road leading from Saninkule to Duotiai. It is one of the major towns here in district number 2 that have police station, that have court, and also have clinic, but the town is a lack of road, so they have a deployable road conditions. So the district number 2 representative embark on a road rehabilitation, something about over 50 to 60,000. So the senator also pledged 5,000 United States dollars to that road project, trying to amend the strength of district number 2 representative as part of the ongoing tour in the county, and he also pledged 20,000 to the people of Bois d'Avoy town, who are also undertaking their Bois multi-purpose compound there in that part of Bois d'Avoy. So he pledged 20,000. But then question we place to him as to where the money will come from and why is only Bois taking 20,000. But he said the money is coming from the legislative earmark project. He want to direct that money to the project in Bois, precisely because his wife also hails from Bois. Jokingly, he want to empower the people of Bois to also have that multi-purpose compound in that place.
Okay. Any other development, Victor?
We're going to hold you at it here this morning because we are now have 2-minute obligation. Like I said, I'm on my way to San Nicolas already. I just have a few minutes to go and verify that information.
Okay, and you can just telephone us and let us know the updates. Fill us in with the update from that end. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Okay, Victor Cooper is our Nimba County correspondent. There it is 9 minutes on the flip side of 8 o'clock. This is the Today Show right here on Spoon 107.5. My name is Yekezi Zubel. And we take this very short break. We'll come back. We'll play host to Dina Malu, Executive Director of Transform Liberia, is our first guest here this morning on the show. So let's take this very short break. But don't forget, keep on playing the radio entertainment game to win for yourself some huge cash prizes. We are giving out up to 5,000 Liberian dollars. So all you need to do, if you are a new star subscriber, you just dial the playing code *799 *3#. It takes you to the payment of the playing fee, and it's just 50 LD, 50 Liberian dollars, or 50 cents US. So once you pay the fee, you enter your mobile money PIN to confirm the payment. You automatically get into the draw, and you stand a chance to win 5,000 Liberian dollars here this morning after spending just 50 cents US or 50 Liberian dollars. But you can play multiple times as well, to stand a higher chance of winning. We take this short break to be back with you.
The Ministry of Finance and Development Planning has come up with some regulations as with respect to the tourism industry, some fee, different categories. While we welcome the intervention think it would have been a little bit in places saying this is a new entity that we all look at the figures and what kind of impact we're going to have on the people. So we understand that these have already been signatures have been type, but I will kindly
this press briefing to formally inform you that Criminal Code C has issued our fourth indictment. The following individuals have been indicted on charges including theft of property, economic sabotage, misuse of public money, property or records, misapplication of entrusted property, and criminal conspiracy. Those indicted are Mawen G. Dix, former Minister of Commerce and Industry; 2. Chidu J. N. Nuver, Financial Controller, Ministry of Commerce and Industry; 3. Joseph Yudu Howell, former Senior Policy Advisor, Ministry of Commerce and Industry; 4. Kebe Munga, President, National Rural Women Structure of Liberia; 5. Elizabeth Finda Samula, President, Liberian Marketing Association, LMA; 6. Josephine Henford Greens, former Secretary General, National Rural Women Structure of Liberia; and last, 7. Kemo Bobo, Cashier, Ministry of Commerce and Industry. This press briefing to formally inform you that Criminal Code C has issued our fourth indictment. The following individuals have been indicted on charges including theft of property, economic sabotage, misuse of public money, property or records, misapplication of entrusted property, and criminal conspiracy. Those indicted are Mawen G. Dix, former Minister of Commerce and Industry; 2. Chidu J. N. Nuver, Financial Controller, Ministry of Commerce and Industry; 3. Joseph Yudu Howell, former Senior Policy Advisor, Ministry of Commerce and Industry; 4. Kebe Munga, President, National Rural Women Structure of Liberia; 5. Elizabeth Finda Samula, President, Liberian Marketing Association, LMA; 6.
Pleasant welcome back. This is the Today Show right here on Spoon 107.5. The show has been simulcast on Fabric 101.1. And of course, we streaming live on our various social media platforms. We're live on Spoon TV, Super TV, Fabric TV, and that our YouTube channel at Spoon Talk. My name is Yekezi Zwobel. And of course, I've been joined by Sylvester Wowi. Sylvester, good morning and welcome.
Mr. Good morning to you, Yakazi, and good morning to our followers this morning.
All right. How was the weekend?
Grateful as usual.
Grateful as usual. Any happening?
You need to be specific. Too many things are happening. Yeah. Too many things are happening.
Okay. I don't want to delve into what I'm thinking of, but I mean,
better keep it to yourself. Then.
Okay, folks. So, like I have informed you that we have our guest here already in studio. She's Edina B. Malu. Edina is the executive director of Transform Liberia. She's here to talk about, some critical national issues. Let's usher her in. Edina, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Yegizi and Sylvester. Thank you so much.
Okay. It is good having you. This is your first time appearing on the Spoon Network, right?
Yeah.
Your first time.
And the pleasures are all mine.
God, we hope to have you here over and over.
Okay, it's good having you here. Feel relaxed, and let's have this conversation. First, we want to know about Transform Liberia. What is this organization about? Is it a civil society organization? Is it a political organization? And what has been its involvement over the years?
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
Yekizi, I always heard Yekizi. So most time I see you on TVs.
Okay.
But I see you now.
It's good. It's good meeting you.
Yeah, but thank you for the question. Transform Liberia Initiative Platform. That's the full nomenclature.
Okay.
Transform Liberia Initiative Platform.
Okay.
For over the time, we got to notice that almost a year now, we are seeing a lot of Transform Liberia youth, Transform Liberia this in a year time.
Okay.
So ours is Transform Liberia Initiative Platform. So Transform Liberia is a civil society organization where we have a mission. We have a mission. Our key focus is our mission. And one of the reasons why we chose to come here today, because of one of our missions. But our mission...
And what is this mission?
Our mission completely, we are actors. We mobilize.
Okay.
We act. We act for transformation. We act transformation of character for the appearance of the states.
Okay.
The people, while establishing clear government structures and TORs, meaning everyone that will be in power by the people of Liberia should know their TORs, should know exactly what to do in favor of the people, and follow on to know what affects the people or not.
So in essence, Transform Liberia Initiative Platform is an advocacy organization.
Yes.
Advocacy, okay.
We do a lot of other things.
Okay.
We advocate and we reach the people. We provide services like caring services, face-to-face. We got other initiatives we are undertaking. We have a school. We have a free education program.
Okay.
Called Just a Child.
Just a Child.
Yeah. We almost operating like 6 pillows. So there we have another. It's an organization. It's like a model organization.
Okay.
But she have a lot of others.
Smaller organizations.
Yeah. Meaning functions.
Functions. Okay.
But of the various functions are almost like a baby-born organization because you got to operate in your own way. You understand what I'm saying? So like that. So let me rest there for now.
Let me, you being assistant for a while now. What are some of those things we can point to as, Transform Liberia achievements?
Yeah, we're trying to say one right now. When it comes to promoting democracy, we're having this our first attempt for promoting democracy.
And when was this organization formed?
It's okay to the 2022. But we got the article of incorporation. We got everything by 2023.
Okay.
So we are full-fledged organization. Recognized. Okay, when Bella Solo Yanti took over, I thought she already have met our project on her decks. So early when she took over, if she would set me right, we were thinking as if her first signature, the first pen she used was on our document. Yes, though.
Okay, so let's get into the issues, some of the trending issues. Since Transform Liberia is an advocacy organization, Transform Liberia, is concerned about some of the issues that are affecting the growth and development of Liberia, some of the issues that might erode Liberia's, democracy and all of that. Let's first look at this issue of Yeke Kolba at the legislature. So, based on statements he made during the heat of the moment regarding the Liberia Guinea border, situation, his colleagues have written communications against him and calling for suspension, expulsion, and not only his colleagues, but state security apparatus like the Liberia National Police. Inspector General Gregory Coleman is one of those who wrote a communication to the leadership of the House of Representatives calling for punitive measures to be taken against Yeke Kolba. And the process is on during the first special section called for by the President, Joseph Yuma Boakai. Those communications were read and sent to communication to committee room for investigation. And the investigation is always a 10-day period of investigation, and there's a possibility that Yeke Kolba might be expelled or suspended, or there's also a possibility that no action will be taken against him because every decision there will be made by 2/3 majority of members of the House of Representatives. So what is your take on this matter?
Okay. I'm not here to buttress government statement. I'm here to speak on behalf of the women, children within Liberia. I'm here to speak totally in the interest of the states.
Okay.
I don't know whether any individual that might have spoken towards these issues, I don't know their individual differences, so which I ain't really care to know. But on behalf of the state, there are fewer issues, there are fewer statements that he said that we are not taking lightly, for we that those advocates for the interests of the people. So few of his statements that he made that are all coincidental, that might have caused havoc for our state and the peace and sovereignty, for which might destroy lives and property. We might be seeing it so very easy to say, but most of his statement, if I'm on record and to be corrected, are mostly reckless, for which he should know that being a representative, whatever you do in the House of Parliament does represent all those people for whom you are representing. So seeing the district number 10, we are many. Transform Liberia is right in district number 10. From office.
Yeah, well, you got your headquarters.
Yes. So we are many in district number 10 for which he is personally representing. So if you are representing people, you should know that there are some level of responsibility that you will have to take. And you should be knowledgeable on a lot of issues. And you should be also lauded about them, because all other citizens.
What is reckless about the statement that Yeke Kolba made regarding the Liberia Guinea border situation?
Okay. 3 other occasions. The first one was on open public media when he said he would be like repeating the statement of the president. He said, land, God is not making any other land. So if Guinea feels that the land is hers, she should take it. We have a problem with that.
Okay.
One, and we'll push it forward, the argument. Let's take the problem first. And then he follow on. When he make first statement, I feel that he overrunning and said it, because he's a person who don't take note.
He made that particular statement when he returned from Ghana.
Yeah, so our take
at the RIA.
Okay, so our take on such issue was that, okay, he's a person who overrun to say things for which he's supposed to be that way. So we met together and said, but why did the Yekes have said that? Okay, he overrun and they say things. It's common when he does it in our local politics. But seeing about border issues, it has to do with another country in Liberia. So we excuse him for that. But then when he went over on another scene by saying that after they have met in the House of Parliament, Fury of the Colleagues, he said certain regular thing by saying the yellow point crossing towards our side is for Guinea. And he's still on record. They should keep it on history that he will be right of what he's saying.
Okay. Yeah, he actually said that.
So,
but
and we also went to the drawing board again as Transformers and said, wow, this is the second attempt he had made. And the third one was he called a press conference at his
residence,
yeah, and said, oh, I will go Guinea and I will make sure what the president don't want the Liberian people to know. I will go there and get the information. In fact, the Guinean president is my friend. So looking at the three statements, fewer days before they went back to section, the recall section, he was in studio, OKFM.
Okay.
Getting ready to go for section. And he said, he doesn't owe anyone any apologies. He stand by all what he said, and he doesn't owe anyone any apologies. So from that backdrop, we saw it necessary to come out and rebox his statements, show him his lapses, and then buttress the issue for which is on floor. If they cannot impeach him, we are capable enough. We are the people who place him there. We are capable enough to take him off. There are a lot of people who are capable than him to represent us.
One may say Yeke Koluba is just utilizing his freedom of speech granted by the Constitution, granted by the laws of Liberia. It's that utilization of his freedom of speech.
Okay. A freedom of speech, every citizen is free to speak.
Okay.
Apart from being a lawmaker, he's a citizen.
Yeah, sure.
He have a will to speak on issues. So looking at his freedom of speech, all his points, give a picture. Either he's a traitor.
A traitor?
Yes.
Why would you term me as a traitor?
He should be fighting.
He has not betrayed anybody.
It's like he's betraying the nation.
Has he betrayed Liberia, you think?
Yes, from his speeches. These three points that I just mentioned tell us that Yeke is no more patriotic here.
Okay.
Yes. Because what affects Liberia should be affecting him. Now, the issue for which he is addressing is national. When it comes to his constituents, he's not limited. When it comes to critical national issues, there are some limits. I think that all our institutions who are charged with responsibilities, if I begin with the commander-in-chief, before we refer to the chief of staff, before we go to justice, immigration. So if you want to get engaged into such a thing, you must have substantial information.
But I mean, Yeke Koluba said, based on information he's gotten, based on sources, I mean, the land, Solomba border area there belongs to Guinea. So he says he got information, he got sources, so he's to substantiate his claim. So he's not just making sweeping statements according to him.
Okay, now if he have proof onto his claims, he should follow history. If it comes to Liberia history, we are partially informed. We might not be exact because of age factors.
Okay.
We are partially informed that, and I think also to be corrected, for which I'm not taking charge of responsibility for. But then now, we are partially informed that Liberia lost land to all of our neighboring borders. She lost land to Africa. She lost land to Guinea. She lost land to Sierra Leone. So if you want to go in details and say he has proof, he should have it proven while speaking. I want to make reference to something. It was 2024 January, if I'm be right, January 21st, 2024. At the time, the president I stand to be corrected whether he took office or not. January 21st.
Yeah.
You were already in office?
Yes, he was inaugurated on the 21st.
Okay, somewhere around January. If I get it right, January 21st. Okay. The president was inaugurated, right?
Yeah.
It was early in January when he makes certain statement that the president should tell the people where he took the $10 million from to be able to help the people who got burned from the tanker fire.
In Totota.
I took up to Public Trust newspaper at the time. And I said some things. I said, Yeke Koluba should be careful because such a government, there are people who are tactical, there are people who understand the way you're
Yeke Koluba
so
at the time was asking for accountability.
Now,
that is what he was asking.
He was
for.
not wrong.
So what do you need to be careful?
I want to reach to what he said. There's a question he asked me just now.
Yeah.
So that I want to reference before I can answer to his question. Now what you're saying is that he has substantial evidence to prove.
That's what he claims.
He claims
to
have substantial evidence. And I want to buttress that, but I want to default with that, but referencing what I want to say. Now, I said on Public Trust that if Yeke is not wrong if you want to speak out, but if you want to speak out, he should have facts and he should be precise. Public Trust took me and they publish it. He should be precise. Because whenever you are addressing national issues, you are not just going to get sweeping statements. That's been his main problem. You don't sweep statement as a lawmaker. And for which that time he will have a bad mouth. So I send that message to him. You can be careful. You are free to speak. But what you should do this time around, be precise and have the fights. Because you are a lawmaker, you are a public figure, you are representing people. Now, if you are telling us that Guinea have a land here and you have a proof to show it as a Liberian, on whose behalf? On your personal behalf, that Guinea have a land here in Liberia, who are you standing for? For Guineans or for Liberians? Take to note that we have Guinean here also. A lot of them, they are in all sectors, both private and business sectors, public sectors. So if he's saying this, we want to check in off because me, I'm a nationalist, I'm a patriot. It doesn't, I don't look back at marriage, family, I put Liberia first.
Okay, but what one may say, those statements made by Yeke Koluba did not lead to the current situation at the Solomba at the Liberia-Guinean border. Those are not statements that triggered maybe Guinea's decision to encroach on Liberian territories. There are reports that illegal mining activity was responsible and all of that. So what's so critical about the statement made by Yeke Koluba instead of looking at the cause, what instigated the current situation that we have at the Solomba border and other border areas there in Lofa County?
Okay, I just want you to be right to me. We heard about a mining issue going on.
Yeah.
Is it stipulated and clearly by the news that it's a mining issue?
I mean, it's reported that might be because
that might.
Yes. it's not.
I want to first rebuke you before I go to answering your statement. Your question.
It's not confirmed. It's not verified.
Thank you so much.
But according to report, according to sources, even according to our correspondent there in Nimba County, our correspondent had reported on this illegal mining issue, the confiscation of Liberians who are going there to mine their materials and everything before this entire saga could come about. So, I mean, don't you think Liberia or Liberians should be looking at the cause, what led to this situation, to try to address it, and don't focus more on statement made by Yeke Koloba, because the statement made by Yeke Koloba has not escalated or exacerbated the situation in any way.
Okay, now I want to stand with you on that line. So if you say so, our focus should be that way. You are saying in general as a country,
sure,
we should focus on that. But in the inner cycle, so as a country, generally, we should focus on the problem.
And find a solution.
What I'm saying?
Find a solution.
For which I'm with you on that.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? For which I'm with you on that. And the other issues are going to come up that we are not going to back off on. We got a lot of other issues that we want to handle. But if the hostage doesn't sell to you, they have a common say. The street will never buy you. You will be unpurchasable. You will not get attractive.
So that you call about saying like reverse.
Yes. So for that, I want to address you. I want to get clear reason why.
Yeah. Okay.
It seems to you like Transform Liberia is abandoning the cause. We are not abandoning the cause. The cause is a joint initiative that Liberia at large, for which we are not going to give it on. You understand what I'm saying? For which we are not going to give it on, and we are going to handle that step by step, time by time, until we can get everything settled. But also, we should be learning how to work in-house. So working in-house has to get to be adopted. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but one could say Transform Liberia, is also working closely with the rescue government to see how they can silence critical voices like that of Yeke Koloba.
Excuse me? Reiterate, please.
Transform Liberia could be working closely with the rescue government to silence critical voices, including that of Yeke Koloba.
So then what are we? We are also critical voices. So Transform Liberia is for Liberia.
Yeah, but then working with the rescue government led by Joseph Boakai to silence critical voices.
I stand to be corrected. I think that I initially said this is not a government institution.
I mean, Yeke has been very critical of the government. And so you could be buttressing government effort to silence Yeke.
In this issue, Yeke is not critical about the government. He's critical against Liberia.
So you want to capitalize
this particular issue.
You want to capitalize on this to silence Yeke.
The word silence is hard. We don't want to silence Yeke. We want to correct Yeke.
I mean, silencing Yeke means you want Yeke to be removed. If the lawmaker cannot remove Yeke, you are capable of getting the number to remove Yeke.
Not me as a person. The entire organization.
Your organization.
Yeah, we're able to gather the number because we elected him. It's a constituent. It's a constituent. And there are other people there who must stand and represent or could, instead of going saying sweeping words, statements continuously and being corrected by others.
So you
will not like that. The first thing I said when I came, I said, Yeke Koloba is opportune to be a representative, but he has a whole constituent.
Okay.
So there are issues within the constituency specifically. You should learn how to give service to a constituent. We got local issues. For how many times has he called for issues?
Transform Liberia.
To know what is happening into the various communities.
Transform Liberia does support the...
you understand? I want to clarify first.
Okay.
Good. So Transform Liberia is not with the government to silence critical voices.
That is understood.
For all other misrepresentation, I see it to be, we see it to be, all other misrepresentation that he has carried on over the period of time from our district. When it relates to government only, they are competent enough to defend themselves. But this issue is precisely engaged with Liberia at large.
Okay, so Transform Liberia does support the probe or the investigation into Yeke Koloba's statement.
Yeah.
And do you support an expulsion as punitive measure for Yeke Koloba as representative?
Yes, sir. For which we came to buttress that. That's why we are here.
So you want for Yeke Koloba to be expelled?
Yes, sir.
Because of the statements he made regarding the Liberia-Guinea border situation?
Yes, sir.
We should
Don't you think that is very harsh? Don't you think so?
No, it's not harsh. It's telling Yeke that when you are charged with a responsibility, you should know why you are called to serve. Our first common denominator, like I said, is Liberia. It's only because of Liberia that we elected him to serve certain parts
but
of
when
Liberia.
they say Yeke Koloba's statement has not impacted this entire situation
You're going over it again.
in any form and manner.
Yeah, can see?
Yeah, I'm going over that because of the punishment or punitive measure that you are suggesting for Yeke Koloba.
That we want responsible people within responsible spaces.
So you think Yeke Koloba is irresponsible?
I want to be that one to say it, but it is openly clear. He used a lot of speeches, a lot of wrong languages to young children who he's supposed to hear. We got a lot of records on it. That one, entire Liberia have records on it. And you understand what I'm saying, folks? I'm sure of what I'm saying. That if you ask me now, we'll get more than 10, 15, 25 clips.
You did say regular statement. So regular statement come from
sometimes
regular people.
Yeah. And then he said rudest things for which is not hearing to the younger generation. So when he was saying these three things, these 3 points are stretched out, what comes to our mind is this. We are a nation from war. We are trying to revamp our nation and its people. So Transform Liberia will build instances of the young people, to be precise. So what have been that 1 hour fight over the year is the instance of the young people, for which we are born in the late 80s to the 90s and the early 2000s. Now, for me, I didn't see the thing you can call number day. So when I came up, I saw the buildings, all the store were burst open, the deck, fill the store. From down up, they had a glittering gate. You can lift it up the day. You carry up, be making sound, going up. We saw it down. It was never going up and everything was rotting. The day full of it. That was some all saw. So after that, we started seeing drug. Drugging. And drug was more than the Civil War. Because drugs were speedily taking over. The lives that were damaging were more than one weapon damaging people. You understand? So from that point of view, we are now fighting to see how best to transform the minds of the young people. So when you are representing people as such, you should be careful.
So Yeke Koloba.
But words that you said, I want to say something.
Yeah.
When you are a leader, whatever you are an influencer, you are the number one influencer. Because people believe you, that's why they elected you. You understand? For example, the teacher in the classroom. Whatever the teacher says to the student, they take it. They take to it. You can be their parents, you do whatever for them. They won't listen to you besides the teacher. For an example, we had the Ellen Johnson's government. Ellen Johnson used to have said, "Small light today,
big like tomorrow."
Big like tomorrow.
Okay.
When she said that, everyone of us talked to her. Small light today, big like tomorrow. That's a think big. We also are saying, think big. So, when the former president came, he said proper. And we came, we want to take to her, we started saying proper. And now the president is saying rescued. And we are all saying rescue. I just want to tell you the picture of influence when you are a leader. You understand what I'm saying? So if you sit anyhow, the people that follows you sit anyhow. I'm only saying for the image of the district.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? We can't continue that way. I don't want for Yeka to believe that we can continue that way.
What may say expelling Yeke Kolobar is just going to be another financial setback for Liberia, because if you expel Yeke Kolobar after 90 days, the legislature writes the National Elections Commission to hold the elections. The elections is held. A lot of money expended to hold election. What may say this could just be waste
that
money.
money in the schools, maybe in the health sector.
Those monies could be used, for other reasons to address the appalling situations in the country.
Okay. They might be partially right. They might be what? Partially right. Because they are not seeing from far. You see, the Liberian people money. Our money is our money.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
But how we use our money is what matters.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So, using our money for a beautiful set purpose that will give rise.
Set purpose that removing Yeke Kolobar.
Yes, that will give rise. Yeah, that will give rise. Let me finish my statement. That will give rise to a brand new thinkers, right mind people who God may have blessed with a very good leader. I want to tell you something. Every other of them that in the House of Representatives, they are open to impeachment at any time. So don't make the thing look fearful. And who will impeach them is us. Who money we will use is us. It's our money. So are you saying that because we will use a lot of money as a nation, not a person, we will use a lot of money as a nation to take our leaders with inferior identities, it will be a havoc to our nation. I want to let you know that the rest of every one of them, I want to point out something.
Mm-hmm.
This is not only Yeke is now, right? We are discussing Yeke. I said a lot of other things. I said a lot of other things is unfolding, right? So we are discussing Yeke because it's his name. It's his name. So who use any other person's name on him? But it doesn't matter who it could be. So tomorrow it could be another person. But I want to let you know that the Liberian citizenry, they are open to take measure of such at any time.
Okay, so
any set and given time. I still to be corrected. I want to hear you on that.
Okay, thank you very much.
You say
you are
real. Ezekiel, one of those inferior individuals on Capitol Hill.
Not on Capitol Hill. In our district.
Okay, folks. So this is the Today Show right here on Spoon 107.5. Thank you. Let's try to go to the lines and hear the Liberian people. Okay, let's try to go to the lines and hear and hear Dylan, please, let's go to the lines. We don't have the luxury of time. It's 10 minutes up to 9 o'clock. We have another guest at 9 o'clock. Folks who have in our studio, Edina B. Malu, the Executive Director of Transform Liberia Initiative Platform. You've been listening to her. She says her organization, supports the impeachment or expulsion proceeding currently at the House of Representatives against District Number 10 Representative Yeke Kolobar. So call us and have your say. Call us on 0-777-771-075 0-777-771-075 0-555-101075. Do you have questions for her? Do you have comments to make? Do you also support Yeke Kolobar's expulsion? Let's talk to this person this morning. Good morning, your name and where you join us from.
Yeah, let me say good morning to you, Yekezi, and good morning to your studio guest and that of your co-host.
Welcome. Let's hear you.
My name is Siawe Jeremiah. I joined the discussion from district number 6. It's baffles me to hear your studio guests speaking in that form and manner and calling Honorable Yeke Koluba or man who speaks recklessly. I want to ask her one question. When she get to know that Honorable Yeke Koluba can speak in that form and manner, because I guess she been in picture number 6 on 2017. So when she got to know, is it on President Joseph Bada human government she get to know that Yeke can speak in that form and manner?
Thank you.
Thank you. Number one. Number two. We got pressing issue in the country. We living there, we're discussing about impeaching or expelling on Yeke Koluba that will cost us good amount of money. Where CB hospital is empty, no mattress there for patients to lie down on it. You're talking about taking millions of dollars to impeach or to expel on Yeke Koluba. What's the necessity aspect of expelling Yeke Koluba from the house?
Thank you.
Pressing issue.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's talk to another person.
Yeah, good morning.
Please lower the volume of the radio or shut it down, please.
Yeah, do that.
Let's hear you.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? Let's hear you out.
I'm good. My name is Nimba County from Lofa County, but presently I'm in Moga.
Okay.
I want to know about Yeke Koluba issue. The crisis we have in this country. I want to appeal to that lady because I get that Yeke Koluba the past year, Yeke Koluba been saying this during Joey administration time. So therefore, Yeke Koluba will focus for Liberia to be better.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's talk to another person here. Hello, your name and where you join us from?
Hello, I'm Tanya Wakano calling from.
Let's hear you, please.
Yeah, I project almost also. Yeah, come on, I record when I start house. Let us be realistic. We always honor age. We come here in the country. We pray for better things, but we pray for peace.
You how many years, sir?
What?
You how many years, sir?
No, they all.
You know you're not honor age. You said we all honor age. Thank you very much. Let's talk to this other person. Hello, Yadiba, where you join us from? Hello, are you there? Okay, let's talk to this other person. Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. How are you? Your name and where you join us from?
Well, my name is Jonathan Joe, and I'm calling from 66.
Jonathan Joe, let's hear you quickly.
Quickly, thank you very much, and I want to say good morning to my young lady, my young sister, brilliant sister. Good morning. I listened to you very carefully, and I want to support all of your initiatives, and I want to pray to God that you will succeed, your organization will succeed. For the issue on Yeke Koluba, I want to thank you. I am strongly in support of you. Yeke, why we able to spend millions of dollars to change Yeke Koluba and then to put Liberia in a dilemma again, that the younger generation will suffer. So any law, because it is not only Yeke Koluba.
So how is Yeke Koluba, putting Liberia in a quote unquote dilemma?
We have an external issue, and Yeke Koluba this is not a domestic issue. We are therefore looking all of our domestic issue when it comes to the behavior, the unruly, sorry to say that the unruly behavior of a representative. And thank God that your studio guest is listening to is a member or is a resident of country number 10. So I think the initiative that she is taking with the concern of the supporting expulsion of Yeke Koluba is highly commendable.
Thank you.
I want to thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's talk to two more persons. Hello, your name and where you join us from?
Yeah, my name is
Yeah, let's hear you, please.
No,
okay. Thank you very much. Good morning, your name and where you join us from?
Okay, good morning. My name is Tige Lama, and I joined you this morning from my power resident.
Tige Lama, let's hear you quickly.
Thanks to your studio guys. I refer to her as a female general. She spoke well this morning, but all of me see it somehow, but she said it all, and that's a fact, and that's for real. And,
Thank you. Let's go back to our guests. We aren't taking calls anymore. Dylan, you listen to the callers. Some said no, some said they support you, some said they don't support you. Some said expelling Yeka Koloba it's not going to make sense because the country will be going into expending another money to hold elections when you have the JFK there, where medications are lacking. Education system is not up to standard, and all of that. Those money could be used to address some of those situations, even though not all of them, but at least some of them. But what can you say in response to some of the things that the callers have said?
Yeah, listening to them was very beautiful, and not getting their very views. It get me encouraged because the truth here is I like to understand the minds of people. I like to listen to you, get your insight. Then I start to know what's the work we still has to do with you, because we are mind builders. And this is fewer people give their views on the, like you say, okay, expelling him, but it's too harsh, too costly, cost intensive. But another person buttressed them already and said the cost intensity and the minds of the young people, which one is better? Because the young people are our leaders, so they are the one we're hoping on. So I think somebody buttressed them already. So I don't know how to address that anymore. And another person came out to have said, Yeket have been, foundation must say, the person said, Yeket has been doing things like this.
Yeah, so, even under the previous regime.
So when did you know?
Why now?
Why now? And then another person buttressed them also. But from my point of view, I would like to tell the person, I'm so precise and clear. Why now? Because it has to do with external interference. Okay. Am I clear?
So you don't have problem with Yeka Koloba reckless statement.
We have problem
internally.
Meaning the redress we have been done differently. We've been having problem with it. But the redress, there's a way that parents cook their own food and eat it. So being rude, that has been the last generation style of living. We've been working on it. You understand what I'm saying? So, but there's a way we cook and eat. And nobody will know. Liberian dishes different from other dishes. So there's a way we behave in, and there's a way we should not behave to the outsiders. So that's the answer I have to say.
So how do you think your organization intend to work with those on Capitol Hill who are trying to expel Yeka Koloba? How do you intend to buttress them?
To work with them?
Yeah, how do you intend to buttress?
How do we intend? Okay. So, okay, I will be clear to this. We are footers, we are foot movers. We engage. We good at community engagements. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to call Palava House. We're going to call Palava House for we have never done since he became representative. We're going to call Palava House. We're going to engage the people to marketplace. We're going to get the views and we're going to sell the ideas to them.
Okay. All right, Dina, thank you very much. It's 9 o'clock, and of course, it's been a wonderful time having you here. Anything finally and briefly you want to say before we take leave of you?
Okay. I want to say thank you first to the Spoon family for giving us such an opportunity. But my parting statement would be, this is now, it's Yeket today. And we're going to push it, it's Yeket now. But it could be anyone another time. So no one is exempted. And to everyone who listened to me, we had a Transform Liberia did launch a free school program week before last. We wrote other people, but we didn't hear from them. People that pro tempore, we wrote Edison Cummings, we wrote fewer people like Tanya Osando and other people. We are still on the standby anyway. We want to battle land for the free school kids, which have been leasing the area.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
Thank you very much. We are out of time. Our next guest are witness.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful time.
Thank you, Liberia.
On this morning. So, folks, she said Dina Molu, Executive Director of Transform Liberia. We'll take this very short break. When we come back, we play host to our next batch of guests. This is the Today Show. My name is Yekezi Zobel. We take this short break to be back.
This press briefing to formally inform you that Criminal Code C has issued our fourth indictment. The following individuals have been indicted on charges including theft of property, economic sabotage, misuse of public money, property or records, misapplication of entrusted property, and criminal conspiracy. Those indicted are Mawen G. Dix, former Minister of Commerce and Industry; 2. Jedu J. N. Nuver, Financial Controller, Ministry of Commerce and Industry; 3. Joseph Yudu Howell, former Senior Policy Advisor, Ministry of Commerce and Industry; 4. Kevin Munga, President, National Rural Women Structure of Liberia; 5. Elizabeth Finna Samula, President, Liberia Marketing Association, LMA; 6. Josephine Henford Greens, former Secretary General, National Rural Women Structure of Liberia; and last, 7. Kemo Bobo, Cashier, Ministry of Commerce and Industry.
Pleasant welcome back. This is the Today Show right here on Spawn 107.5. My name is Yekezi Zogwen. I'm here alongside Sylvester Wowie. And yeah, we are still awaiting our next batch of guests here this morning. As soon as they are here, we, kickstart the conversation. But, one of the biggest news in town has been this of late. Let's take a listen to this and come back.
Come in, wash up.
We carry bullion 20 kilo. To make this 20 kilo bullion, we need to.
Okay, yeah. So this has been one of the biggest news, so to speak, one of the biggest news in Liberia of late. The vice president's tour at the Bia Mountain area is drawing a lot of attention. The findings, the outcome of his tour, the revelation made by Bia Mountain is very stunning. It's very, very astonishing. It's striking to a lot of Liberians, and they've been talking about that. Now, so just so you know, and I think Sylvester Wowie has been following this. So the vice president of Liberia, toured the Beer Mountain mining site. And during that tour, officials of Beer Mountain Mining Company revealed to him that the company is producing about 900 kilograms of gold every month in Liberia. And some are even doubtful that that's the exact, amount of gold that they are producing.
So something from Martin Colley, who said
Yeah.
they are producing over 1,000 plus.
Yeah.
per
So
month.
there are skepticisms about the figure, the amount of gold that was revealed to the vice president. They said 900 kilograms of gold they produce every month in Liberia, and that figure is surprising to a lot of citizens. So to better understand that, so 900 kilograms is nearly 1 metric ton of gold every month, and based on the market price currently, which is about 150,000 US dollars per kilogram. So this means the company could be generating around 135 million US dollars on a monthly basis. If you should calculate that over a year period, the amount is approximately 1.6 billion Liberian dollars.
Liberian, we're discussing US dollars.
1.6 billion, US dollars, not Liberian dollars. Is a serious mistake that I'm making.
Very serious one.
Yeah. So 1.6 billion United States dollars. Now the question is, in all of this, what is Liberia benefiting? In all of this, what are Liberians living in the concession area? What are they benefiting? What are citizens of Grand Cape Mountain benefiting? What are citizens of King Joel
What is in their
benefiting?
corporate social responsibility? That's one of the things we also need to look at. People of Grand Cape Mountain County stay sleep in Tacnex, no pep running water in Cape Mountain County. So what are they benefiting from their natural God gave you resources? There's a serious concern, and I see everyone on Facebook, people running with going forward. B Mountain will give the government of Liberia some 220 million. So if B Mountain is generating 1.6 billion annually, is the 220 million sufficient? Because what I'm talking is about 48% of the profit, going to B Mountain. I mean, is it sufficient for our country? I mean, that's something we need to look at. But again, Yakazi, too many big hands go to these companies, and so they don't put the interest of the country first, the people of this country, but they put their personal interest first. It's alleged that some government officials, senior government officials, particularly lawmakers, are pocketing huge sum of money on a monthly basis for these concession companies. So, I mean, these companies just give whatever they have available to the country. Once they are taking care of those government officials, I mean, it doesn't matter any longer.
Yeah. So this is concerning, and these things deplete. These things are not there forever and ever. Amen. These things deplete. So, what can we account for? What can we point to? What can we show to our posterity, to our unborn generation, that Liberia once had these natural resources, and they were mined, and based on the concession agreements that were signed, this is what Liberia benefited from. These companies, not only talking about Beer Mountain, but other concession companies. in the area. Our posterity will come and they will judge us, based on the decisions that we are making right now. Because the readings will be there, the record will be there. They're going to read through, those records.
Yeah, like what we are doing
And
now.
I believe they will be disappointed in us, meaning our leaders. Yes, we are the employers. We employ you. Yes, we have the constitutional right to impeach you, but that is almost unlikely here in Liberia, for a president to be impeached, or even a lawmaker, to be impeached. I mean, that precedent we haven't seen many years. So those who we elect, those who we confide in, go and make these bad deals for personal aggrandizement. Yeah, because I mean, when they are making these deals, they don't put the interest of the country first, and rather they put personal interest over national interest. Then get time for you. Once maybe the concessionaires, the money companies, maybe tells them that, oh, we will give you maybe 250,000 every month until this, due ends, or for a certain period of time. And they, as individuals, they see 50,000 as enough money. And of course, it's enough for them. It's enough for them. If an individual is making $50,000 per month, that is huge sum of money for you. But they are not looking at the amount of resources that are being taken from the country, and the adversities we are faced with. They're not considering your interest and my interest, personal interest. Once they are okay, it means Liberia is okay. So they go, they make those bad deals, and that's it. Look at the news coming from Beer Mountain, 900
But I mean,
kilograms of gold.
When our
the
lawmakers who are representing us, who should be seeking our interest, when they go to the negotiation table, what they put in front is things that benefit them. Most of them want to win, contractor agreement with the company. We supply the trucks that will, be hauling these materials. We want to be the one to sign this contract. We provide these services. So that's what concerns them. So more often, these politicians are the one who influence the younger generation to protest against people, against their interests, or to protest in their interests. So when we young people begin to think how to protest, while lawmakers should be signing agreement with construction company to rent trucks to this company, it shouldn't be happening. We can't have senator and representative, entering into the kind of contractual agreement with construction companies in this country. This is something that we need to stop now. The government need to see how best they can end those contractual agreement between lawmakers and construction companies, because that's the only way this lawmaker will put the people interest first when we go to around the table to discuss things that will benefit our people.
Okay, let's talk to a concerned Liberian who has some burning issues on her mind. I mean, she walked up to Spawn compound the other day, to speak about some of these issues, and I, pity her situation, and so I think it's just best we hear from her. So, Ma, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you are live on the radio, and people, there are people also watching you on the live TV. So you
Yes,
came to the station the other day crying and crying and crying and
Yes,
explaining many things to us. So we've now given you the platform to tell
Yes,
us what's happening, what went wrong.
Okay, sir. My first of all, my daughter Benye from Sano County.
That your name?
Yeah, my name.
Okay.
Dorcas Ide Menye. Dorcas Ide Menye. I'm from Sano County.
Yeah, let's hear you quickly. Just shortly.
Yeah, let me tell you, my son that was born 1988, February 8th. He's the one that I'm talking about. J.R. He's the one the aqua truck driver killed on April 10th.
On April 10th. Let's take it bit by bit. You say on April 10, Aqua Live Truck. April 10, 2025, Aqua Live Truck.
Yes.
Hit your son accidentally. And he died. And he died, right?
Yes, sir.
And what happened next?
Then the traffic police or Jakarta judged the case. They went to the case. The Aqua Live driver was wrong. He was wrong in the case. Then they see people Aqua Live. The Aqua Live company ran to tell just say they go close the whole case. So one to tell just say they put just drain me. They just drain me. Go back to Jakarta and go do that. The man that got his kid, they call it man just Suba. He say, I'm a go and bury my son. They tell I me get my son. Now I go let truck driver get my son. I can't go bury my son. Then he telling me say I'm gonna go bury my son. He said, call your people go bury your son. I said, just Suba, don't tell me nothing. He said, when somebody die, you can call your people there to go bury your son, bring a document back to the court. See now, I'm drilling up and down. I'm drilling up and down. I go to the court. They say, I will go by your Jakarta. I will go beat that guy. I say, what?
That take you small now because plenty of people listening to you and they too won't understand everything that you're saying so that they can make sense of it. Now, you said after the Aqua Live truck hit your son.
Yes.
He died. Didn't he die right away, or he died later after you're being taken to hospital?
He died, I don't know, until the next day. He died on the Thursday, on the 10th of April.
Okay.
And next day, Friday before I don't know.
Okay. So now you said the police, arrested the situation and they carry out investigation, right?
Yes, sir.
And what did the police say?
When they go into the case, they know that the Aqua Live driver was wrong.
Okay.
But when the Aqua Live company, the insurance mail, or they do, or they go straight to the traffic court judge, which is Judge Suba. Now the fellow go sell us. They say, go there. You go
so earlier on, you said the people investigated the case, they look into the case, and then they say you were rare and all of that. That who the people look in the case?
Their case, the case they put around the scene or the
the police people you're talking about?
Jakarta police station.
Okay.
They want the scene and they call on the case and they said that the driver was wrong.
Okay, so they now took the case to the traffic court, right?
Yeah, they took the case to traffic court.
Okay, and what is the court saying?
The court told me, they called me, I was there, my family, myself, at Judge Suba's office. So the court. He said, man, that your son? I said, yes. You know me go in the case, he said, call your people, you go bury your son. I said, what? I started rolling on the ground. I said, my people came my son. That driver came my son. So they go bury my son. You go call your people, you go bury your son, bring a document to the court.
So the judge said you should go and bury your son.
Yes,
and bring all of the documents and maybe expenses that you make and everything to the court.
Yes,
instead of Aqua Live shuttering the responsibility instead of Aqua Life, spending the money to bury your son?
Aqua Life, they didn't spend no money for my give me water, burial, drink.
So you're not bury your son now?
Yeah, I bury my son.
And you took the documents to the court like the judge requested?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Now after that, what the judge saying now?
The judge saying go read that, go to the Chikwata again to go and go to
and do read diagram?
Yes, sir.
And why he calling for read diagram at this time? He not get any reason for doing read diagram?
I know, Papa. I know. Then we appear there to the court. They show him for Aqua Life with a lot of people. They were once out, they went just super off here. They keep for that man. Look, I'm okay. You just have to say, you go come back next year. Tell you worry.
And since then,
them can't tell you worry more. Go to the Jakarta sir to go get it to do it. That's when they went to Jakarta sir. They put said the man said no paper to there. That 20 oh.
So basically, you're calling for speedy trial. You're calling for the entire matter for the judge to look in, for the court to look into it quickly.
You are posting my case here. What happened? Why just say my son devil? Because I'm going to people know they looking what are black people and white people know there. Oh, that's just people that talking you.
Since that thing happened, since the incident occurred, Aqua Life now come to you, they now call you on the phone, or they even now visit you to your house or any other area to talk to you to say, oh man, they think you're the accident, sorry, even though it's in court.
No, sir, nobody can do my job. Nobody can do me. Nobody can do me up to now. That day when we went to temple just I fell down there because I told him, man, I can't go bury my son, so I fell down right there. I fell there. He so I can't go hug me and say, go bury your son, come back. Everything will be all right.
And up to this time, everything is all right.
Yeah, everything when I go now, nobody. The last time he said, "I'll go there," we went back there. When we went back there January, he said, "We said, we'll bring somebody, we get lawyer." I said, "Yeah, I get somebody." If somebody I get there, yellow in the message said, "Are you the Jesus Christ here?" Hey, you read diagram. Tell that. I'll go read diagram.
And since then, they haven't done the read diagram yet.
No way. When we go to Central, and the post they receive paper to send it to Jakarta for them to go ahead. He said that Swam will send it to them before they will do it. When we go to him, he can't give it.
So what ready you want now for the Liberian people to hear? What ready you want for the government to do?
In factory beyond. 2 boys with 3 girls, they bought here factory beyond. Nobody concerned about my son there, baby. Nobody. They bought children and they were not going to school again. He was sending a children to school. He's supporting me already. I want the government to know inside. Anybody see me, they hear me, they want to try to know inside the case here.
Okay.
They came my children they're not in school. They don't want part of the 12th grade, they don't want part of the 11th grade, they don't want part of the 8th grade, they don't want part of the 7th grade, they don't want part of the 5th grade. They're children that there are no money.
Okay, man. So now, plenty of people listening to you, plenty of people hearing what you're saying. Now, yeah, maybe somebody may pity your situation, what you have explained. Maybe it might be a lawyer. Maybe somebody will say, oh, a lawyer, that means based on what the Oma saying, let me try to help with the case. Let me follow up on the case to ensure that, she gets justice and all of that. So what number? How can they contact you? You got phone to read your number out so that anybody who wants to help you can contact you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so just read your number for the people that are listening.
0 7 7 0
Mm-hmm.
25
Mm-hmm.
29
Mm-hmm.
32. That is Lone Star there. That is orange.
That is
But
orange.
yeah, the Lone Star there too.
Yeah, read it. No start too.
Lone Star at 0881
Mm-hmm.
55
Mm-hmm.
41
Mm-hmm.
66.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Just read it one more time.
0770. That is Lone Star, that is orange.
Yeah, read it.
0770 25 25 29 32 25 29 32. That is orange.
Okay.
Then they Lone Star now. That's 0881
Mm.
55 41 66.
Okay. All right, man.
So,
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. People. Thank you. Thank you very much. Once you read your number, everything you said, there are thousands of people that are listening to you. Maybe your lawyer is listening and may want to help you follow up on that case. But thank you. Thank you very much. And I wish you well. Yeah, I will call you after the show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, so folks, that's it. Today's show right here on Spawn 107.5. We have our next batch of guests, but we'll have to take a short break. When we come back, we play host to them until 10 o'clock. So let's take this break to be back with you.
This press briefing to formally inform you that Criminal Code C has issued our fourth indictment. The following individuals have been indicted on charges including theft of property, economic sabotage, misuse of public money, property or records, misapplication of entrusted property, and criminal conspiracy. Those indicted are Mawen G. Dix, former Minister of Commerce and Industry. 2. Jidu J. N. Nuver, Financial Controller, Ministry of Commerce and Industry. 3. Joseph Yudu Howell, former Senior Policy Advisor, Ministry of Commerce and Industry. 4. Kebe Munga, President, National Rural Women Structure of Liberia. 5. Elizabeth Finda Samula, President, Liberia Marketing Association, LMA. 6. Josephine Hemford Greens, former Secretary General, National Rural Women Structure of Liberia. And last, 7. Kemo Bobo, Cashier, Ministry of Commerce and Industry.
The Ministry of Finance and Development Planning has come up with some regulations as with respect to the tourism industry, some fee, different categories. While we welcome the intervention, I think it would have been a little bit in places saying this is a new entity that we all look at the figures and what kind of impact we're going to have on the people. So we understand that these have already been signatures have been attacked, but I would kindly ask that we hold on to that until we can do a little consultation so that we see how realistic these figures are. I know the social media has already got it, but we have to do the work we have to do, but we all have to work together to make sure that we can all justify the figures.
Okay, the pleasant welcome back. This is the Today Show right here on Spawn 107.5. It's 33 minutes on the flip side of 9 o'clock. We have approximately 27 minutes climbing up to 10 o'clock. So welcome. We have in our studio our next batch of guests. We have Vivian C. Jones, the CEO of Montana Consulting and Technology Group, and we also do have here in our studio Carl R. Smith and Shimael Felicia Jones Copy, right? Okay. So they are here to talk more about, their company. So, guys, a pleasant good morning and welcome to Spawn Network.
Thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so you just want to quickly introduce yourself?
Okay, I'm Vivian C. Jones. I'm the president and CEO of Montana Consulting and Technology Group.
Okay.
So my name is Carl Smith, and I'm the Chief Technology Officer at Montana Consulting and Technology Group.
Welcome.
Good morning, Liberia. I'm Shimaya Falacia Jones Carpy, Head of Commercials, Montana Consulting and Technology Group. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, let's begin with the CEO. I know the company's name implies, but just for the sake of others listening, can you tell us what the company is about?
Sure. Montana is a VI word, means let's make progress, let's move forward.
Okay.
So many years ago, when we were looking for a name for a company, the name Montana just hit us, meaning because we wanted to use technology to move Liberia forward. So that's why that name stuck. And today we're here still moving Liberia forward.
Okay, and it's basically a technology company.
Yes, technology services and solution, and we've been around for 20 years. In fact, that's the reason we're here today, because we're celebrating our 20th anniversary. So we've been around since 2006.
Okay, so briefly, you just want to tell us some of the services Montana offer
We offer services across the board in both public and private sectors. We do health systems, we do school systems. In fact, one of our claim to fame is the University of Liberia. We digitized the University of Liberia in 2018, moving them from a totally manual system to one that is now automated, where students can register from anywhere in the world 24 hours a day. We also have done health systems. We've also just recently did the LPA, where government employees, civil servants, can now apply for the civil service or apply for the LPA scheme, where you can then have, it's basically like a loan, but the government basically does that for you. So we'll go through the whole process from the time you decide to apply until you can go to the store and buy. We've automated all of that process, yes.
Okay, so you've been in existence for 20 years, accordingly. So looking back, what would you say has been your most impactful contribution to national development?
One, I will say building capacity. Okay. One of the challenges we have in Liberia is that we don't have a lot of technologists to do the work that's required. But one of the things we've done is we're proud to say that we've basically trained a lot of folks. A couple of days ago, we were just going through a list of people that have gone through the doors of Moitana. Okay. And we have at least 60 persons that have worked for Moitana that are still in the technology field as leaders on new businesses and stuff. And we also have 30 persons working for us. So in a short span of time, we've actually built on the number of people that we now have and are aware that they can help grow the technology sector.
Okay, and Liberia is still working to fully digitize many public services. From your experience, and of course, Carl and your colleague will come in. From your experience, what are the biggest barriers slowing down digital transformation in the country?
Well, electricity is one. Infrastructure, electricity is one. Okay. Access to the internet is another one.
Okay.
And like I said, also, we still need to be able to train people. We need to be able to train people because we do not have enough technologists to solve all of Liberia's digital problems. But the infrastructure is key, because when you start doing work outside in rural Liberia and they don't have access to the internet or they don't have power, it becomes a challenge. But I'll let Carl also talk on that.
Yeah, let's hear from Carl.
I will add change management, resistant to change. Okay. One of the field that we've observed, on new system is deploy, the end user kind of resist, and most times it's not because they don't want the solution, but out of their participation. So, and that's part of the reason why for us to be able to ensure that we move forward, we got to ensure that the user themselves takes ownership of some of these digital automation initiatives so that they can feel part of it. We can't just wait just last minute of time and we just bring it to them and say you have to start using it. Then you experience resistance to change. They're not wanting to use the system. So those are some of the challenges that we believe are holding. Also, general government support in terms of supporting local Liberians and IT companies to be able to handle some of these projects.
Yeah. So you talk about resistance to change. Is it that the change is so complex for understanding? That's why the resistance comes about.
No, I won't say it's complex. It's it's something new. People are used to working a certain way, so trying to change it, they feel that they're losing control of the process. Second, they think that they're going to be out of job. People believe that the introduction of technology, they're going to be unemployed, which is not the case. The essence of technology is to make them work better. The essence of technology is to make people work much smarter and easier. So what we used to take 4 or 5 days to do with a digital tool, okay, you are able to accomplish the same task within an hour. So if, like example, you go to a hospital, you see someone writing on a ledger by hand, trying to take patient information. If you have a system that the patient information is already in, just by entering the ID number, you see that there's no point of you trying to write, and there's no point of you trying to go and look for that person's file, because it's already in the system that they are able to respond in real time to some of those information.
Okay, Shimar, you want to add on that?
Yeah, and I think one of the major roadblocks is awareness.
Awareness.
As Mr. Smith said, yes. As long as you are aware that the tools that you have available to you is just going to help to make your life easier, I'm sure we'll have less of the resistance that we have these days when it comes to technology. But most of the times, as Mr. Smith is saying, we have people trying to think that the technology is going to replace them. The technology is going to take the food away from their mouths. It's going to replace their jobs. So we have resistance once it comes to technology, transforming our lives into something better. But I think the more that we are aware of what technology can do for us, the more we're going to embrace it, and introduce it into our day-to-day life.
Okay, so your company has worked with institutions like the Ministry of Health and other government agencies. So how has technology changed, the way public services are delivered to ordinary Liberians?
It has changed in a significant way in terms of the timing. It's one thing when a public servant is about to do work and it takes them 4 hours, 5 hours to tell you, go, come back. And it's a pleasure when people come and they can get their services right away. A lot of time people complain that, okay, it takes too long. And technology basically shortens the time that it takes because all of the information is right at your fingertips. So it's just about bringing up the information on the client or the person. And then once you have the information, you can make decisions. In the absence of information, you can't make decisions quickly, and then it becomes a problem. So the impact there is that the government entities provide services faster. And the more we can automate more of the government, the more efficient the government will be. And then the happier the average citizen will be in dealing with the government because it just takes too long to provide services.
Okay. And I think that impact, I'm a beneficiary of that impact because I graduated from the University of Liberia. Okay. So when I entered 2016, so at the time, we had to wake up early in the morning, maybe about 3 o'clock, about 4 o'clock, to go and stand in long queue just to have our selves register for a particular academic semester. But later on, the system was digitized, and I understand it was Montana, right?
Yep. Yes.
That the university is working with, and from that point onwards, everything just became very easy.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think that's the kind of impact you're talking about.
What a testimony! What a testimony!
Especially with the UL scenario. We designed a system for Liberia by Liberians. You have to keep in mind, university have tried 4 or 5 other international firms back then that didn't succeed. Why? Because they were bringing foreign companies that didn't understand the system, the local challenges, the complexity. So by our involvement, we're able to clearly explain to the university in clear terms what was needed for us to take them on that journey. And we're very proud to have them as one of our clients. We still support them, we still work with them, and we keep, improving and upgrading the system for them.
I look up your Liberia.
Yep.
Yeah, and you just talk about that. Concern about importing foreign solutions that don't fit the local realities. So how has technology changed the way public services? How has Montana ensured that its systems are built for Liberia, for Liberians, not just adapted from outside?
So some of we understand the challenges. One, we know there's connectivity that Mr. Jones talked about. Okay. We have power challenges, lack of reliable internet. So systems should be able to work offline. You should have what we refer to as low bandwidth because we buy data. People when we first started to talk about this university system, like student can buy data, but when you really check, students are using far less data in terms of using the system than they even go on TikTok or other social platform. So we build a system to be able to handle those reality on ground. Now it's different because we are on the ground. We know these challenges. We live it. Some of us attend a university too. I have colleagues that went to the University of Liberia. They know some of those challenges. So we use the everyday challenges and experience and say, how do we solve this problem? So we always attend to these things like how do we solve the problem? It's not about the software, it's not about the solution, but how do we solve the problem? So once you can figure out when sometimes solving the problem not necessarily mean just the technology, just the software.
Okay.
It's also helping to train the people doing change management, the mindset, telling people that you don't need to go on bulletin board to plan. Just go online. It's a mindset thing. It has nothing to do with the technology. So, you have to work with the end user, do enough awareness, a lot of engagement, stakeholder engagement, and then you can come up with a product that they will be able to accept and receive.
And let me add to that. Like you said, you were a beneficiary of the system for, I guess, your last 2 years.
Yeah.
And one of our proudest moments is that we then showed university students that systems can work. And it's a soft thing, but the point is that when they leave university, they know that systems can work in places that they go and have their jobs. So then they will start asking the questions. If you automate a university of Liberia, you can automate almost anywhere you work. And so in our minds, those university students that now graduate will not accept manual systems in places to go to work. So that's a soft accomplishment, but it's a bigger accomplishment than even the system itself, getting people to understand that systems can make a difference.
And you talk about impact lastly before, during the COVID, when we had a entire lockdown, there were so our company Mutana step up to the plate with the Ministry of Education and the private sector support team, and we developed the COVID end-to-end data management platform. So all those that took the COVID, the vaccine, the COVID tracking system, contact tracing, the treatment unit. So we kind of work with the Ministry of Health and we automated the process. So when you heard that Liberia were turning the curve in terms of data management, it was also because of our solution. But we don't talk about these things because we allow our work to speak for us. And then the healthcare professional, we walk places and people just, once you identify yourself as Mutan, they walk to you and tell you, oh, thank you. Like in your case, oh, I want to university. They'll say, oh, yeah, I was able to get my COVID vaccine card electronically that I will share with my bosses to go back to work. I don't have to pay someone to give me some kind of vaccine card. So those are the little impact that you see that, you have on the society that you don't really see people talking about that much, but they actually feeling and they're living about it.
And now that he said that, let me add to that also. And it happens during the same COVID era. I got a call because everybody knows who's doing stuff. So I got a call from a foreigner and they wanted to, they had taken the test and they didn't pass, but they had to travel. And then they called me, oh, we need help. What can we do? I said, we can't do anything. I said, the system controlling all of this stuff. So what systems do also is that they move that personality away from it. The system is blind to whether you're male, female, rich, poor, black, or white. It just does what it needs to do. And, to move this country forward, that is what we need. Blindness to our personal friends and accomplices. Yes.
Okay. Now let's talk about employment, especially youth employment. That remains a major issue. So, what role can the RCT sector realistically play in creating jobs for young people?
Well, we got to start with training.
We
have to start with training. They have to be prepared. And when you get out of college, you're not really prepared for the job market. So what has to happen is you have to be trained. And one of the things we're trying to do is to work with the Ministry of Education and those entities that provide training so that the students that they produce, the students that they are graduating, so that those students have skills so that when they enter any organization from day one, they can be productive. So we need to look at our curriculum across the board from kindergarten until students graduate. We need to introduce computers at the early level so that once students are aware of computers, it's not just about knowing Word and Excel and PowerPoint. It's beyond that. We're way beyond that. We're looking for people who can develop systems. We're looking for people who can think outside the box. We're not looking for robots. And so the training has to also include things that make people think. Because if you can't think, then it makes it difficult for you to be able to to provide solutions to your customers or even to your employer.
Yeah, there has a company. What we doing? We've encouraged our staff, some of our senior staff, to to teach, so they have time to have someone teaching the private universities as a way of giving back. And then we'll also do, which I will talk about, we have an internship program at Mutana, where every year we bring in close to 10-15% every year, 10% every year, and we go through training, different sets of training on a yearly basis. And we've been doing that for the last 3-4 years. So, but Shemai will talk more about it. Let's hear from Shemai.
Yes, thank you. When it comes to youth empowerment, I think Mutana is actually leading the charge. And I'll give myself as an example. When I started off my internship program, because I went to St. Mary's University, and it is a prerequisite for you to graduate, you have to do an internship program, which is very good. So I started off my internship with Mutana, and based on my performance, after I graduated with my associate degree, I then went on to start working for them. And I worked for Mutana with the impact that they've had from an intern, and today I can say I'm a manager at Mutana. So the impact that Mutana is giving not only to those interns, but the youth is I can say I'm a living testimony. And we have this internship program that's been running since 2023. Yes, since 2023. And we have students that come from varieties of universities. But the catch is most of those universities are universities that are into the schooling, that are onto the schooling platform. So those students come on to us, and then we take them on our wings, and we train them, and we build that capacity, and then we release them back into society. And we can say, since we started this internship program, there are countless of students that are working that can proudly say, I went through the walls of Mutana, and because of the training and knowledge that I gained from Mutana, I can stand, as a leader. And we can clearly say, if you leave Mutana and go and work somewhere else, of course, you're not going to work as an honor man. You're definitely going to work as a boss. And we can say every person that have passed through the walls of Mutana can stand as leaders today in technology, which is a very great impact. And I am a testimony for that.
So it means, they believe that RCT or technology takes away jobs, should be abolished. It's something that creates a lot of jobs as well.
Yes, it does.
Okay. All right. The issue of cybersecurity has become a serious issue internationally. How prepared is Liberia to protect its digital infrastructure, especially in banking and government institutions?
Well, it's more technical, but cybersecurity begins with each one of us. And I'm sure those listening to the sound of my voice, many people share their passwords. So that's the very first rule of things to not do. If you're sharing your passwords, you need to stop, because you're breaking down the cybersecurity of your system, of your company. So that is the very first thing. So if you can come with all the antivirus solutions, you can come with all the firewalls. If people are sharing passwords in your company, it must stop. If you don't have an IT use policy, a computer use policy in your company, you must implement one today. That is how it starts. A lot of the cybersecurity stuff happens in the background, but a chain is only as strong as the weakest link. And the weakest link are the people. So we need to start looking at people and knowing that it's the people that will help us fight cybersecurity. I don't care how much money we spend. Security is not free, but people are the ones that can make or break it. I'll let Carl talk more on the technology of cybersecurity.
Okay, Carl.
So from a cybersecurity perspective, generally the country, we've been making some progress. The law is on the president desk. We contributed to the formation of the Cybersecurity Act. We've been in a couple of seminars working with the Ministry of Post Telecom and the LTA. We participated in the first cybersecurity conference that was sponsored by the LTA. So there are lots of things that we need to do, but at least we need to make sure we have the regulatory framework in place. If we have that, that would drive the direction in terms of implementation, because right now there's no law that say you can do what. Other countries have started to adapt cybersecurity policy, which is good. We are hoping that the law on the executive desk can be approved so that they can put that into the handbill or something so that it can be a law, and then we can start the implementation. But now we all just keep doing technology awareness. One of the key ways when it comes to cyber security is awareness. Keep telling people, like, don't change your password. Sorry, don't give your password out. Use complex password. Do not someone like Mr. Jones always was saying, if someone left the door open, it doesn't mean that you should come in the house. You know, come in the house, you're breaking the law. So I leaving my door open doesn't means that you should enter my house. So the fact that I left my computer open doesn't mean that you should come in, log into my computer and see what's not belong to you. So all of those things, and right now with the whole world being digitized, you can tell you there's so much information that's being collected, and once there's information, there's always a higher risk, because now people have pictures, people have video conversation that can go on. And you being in the media, I don't want to talk much more because you're already aware of some of the things that can happen. WhatsApp, people being recorded, all of those are breach of confidentiality and all cyber security risks that we need to be aware of.
Okay, and public trust in digital systems, especially around identity, payments, and data, is still developing. How do you build confidence among Liberians to adopt these systems?
So, first of all, Mr. June will talk a little more, but the identity is critical because it's more like the foundation of most of these other systems. We do have concern when it comes to NIR, while we have not gotten the NIR system functional at this point since the president issued the executive order. We do have issue with the payment system switch. Why it's supposed it's taking 2-3 days to pay money. When you deposit a check, it has to take 2-3 days. Why Facebook cannot be monetized? Our content creator can make money because we don't have a functioning payment switch. They're not aware of all of those complications that's happening within our infrastructure, because Facebook, TikTok, they're not writing check and say, okay, you have 50% view, so we're going to pay you. All of these things are automated. So if your country don't have like a payment switch or the right infrastructure that will allow them to tap into to make sure that all these payments go to your account, you have a problem. So we need to make sure that the government and the international community need to see how we can work together with local companies to ensure that we are able to implement this infrastructure and make sure they are sustainable as well. Because when you just fly in, the way you fly in, when you're leaving is also leaving with you, because there's no local participation, there's no local content, and sustainability becomes an issue. Especially in NIR, Mr. Jones will talk a little more in terms of
Mr. Jones, one
yes, national identity is key. And for that to happen, the NIR needs to work, and you have Liberians that can do that work. So I don't know why there is such a delay in getting it going. It has worked, it's been working, and whatever challenges they have, we can solve those challenges. If we can identify each of our citizens, it makes it easier even in terms of development. It makes it easier if the government decided today that they wanted to give every citizen $1, we can't do it because there's no way for us to be able to track who we gave the money to. If you can recall, a couple of years ago, the City Hall had a program for students that worked unification. You know what happened? People were double dipping. People were putting their friends' names down that were working and all of that. If you have your national ID tied to biometrics, which is something we've been doing for years, in fact, we started biometrics since 2010. So we have experience. We know what works in Liberia. You tie that to your national ID, and bingo, you have a national ID system that works. You will support development across the board. And there's a lot of things. If the government wants to help, they want to do stuff. Because of the fraud that's inherent in the system, it doesn't work. So we need the national ID. We have people, we even have a group of Liberians that have come together to say, look, we can change this national ID system. We can make this NIR work. And you don't have to bring technology from outside. You don't have to bring foreigners from outside to make it work. But for some reason, we continue to make the same mistakes year in and year out by bringing in foreign technology. And guess what? They don't have Liberia's interests at heart. Liberians have Liberian interests at heart, so Liberians must be given the opportunity to fix Liberian problems.
Sure. Yeah. So, talking about foreign technological companies. I mean, as a Liberian-based company, what challenges have you faced competing with those foreign friends, and what message does your journey send to local entrepreneurs?
Well, we've been here for 20 years and we've been improving with technology. So again, the challenge we face is that our own folks don't believe that we can do the work. And we're saying we've been here for 20 years. We've met every challenge that has been put before us in terms of complexity of systems. I go back to the COVID system.
Why do you think is that perception?
It's something we can't talk on the air. All right. It's something we can't talk on the air, but that perception goes beyond just the technology. I think it goes beyond. In fact, I will say it because I have this opportunity again. People are taking money. Okay. And if we can take that out of the equation, I believe they will give Liberians the opportunity to do the work. But it's the money that comes with it, the backhand shake deals that are going on. That is what's making it difficult. Because look, I've been in this business for about 30 years. Okay. If there are about 3 of us that have 60 years of experience, if we bring that experience together, we can solve Liberia's problems. But when our own government is refusing to give us the opportunity to even listen to us, then how are we going to be able to change? Okay, whatever investments that need to be made, we say make it in your people. We want to bid. We're not saying give it to us. We're saying we have the PPCC. So let's open up the tender. We want to go into the ring. Let's go into the boxing ring and let's see who is standing up after 12 rounds. That's what we want.
And one of the things that I heard yesterday at the church service, doing business in Liberia is hard, but it's even harder if you're Liberian doing business in Liberia. So all the odds kind of against you because your own people that are supposed to support you, they pretty much, if it's not them, it shouldn't be you. But if you growing a business, we started a company with 3 employees. Now we over 37 employees. You have a company that's, Irish, 27, between 27 to 30 in terms of age. There's longevity, there's sustainability for the next 10, 15, 20 years that you see people that will be able to carry on the support for whatever system you develop. But you always have, these extra big hands just trying to push you down. And you can't always be given the smaller project. They come to you for the smaller project, but they don't trust you for the bigger project. They go for foreign companies, and some of those same foreign companies, they've not even done it in their own home. They don't even have the capacity, but just because they may have a good person that friendly within whoever making the decision, then you get, to have special preference given to them. So we just want to make sure that we are able to compete. So if you're a foreign firm, you're not a foreign firm, we want to be able to compete. So allow Liberians to compete. Don't come up with requirements that automatically exclude them. You come up with a requirement that, hey, for this system, you must have donated 5 other countries. We already exclude all the Liberian companies because you're looking for someone who have donated 5 other countries. And they come up with all of these tricks in the bidding document that exclude. And we've been saying that's unfair to the Liberian community. That's unfair to the IT companies in Liberia. It's about time that we try to change that because, there are so many companies that we started with 20 years ago that they're not yet, even foreign companies. I don't want to call some of them names, but we started 20 years ago, but we are still here. We tell them we are still here 20 years after, and we still, in your studio today giving you the testimony of the work we've done and how we think we can we can prepare for the next 10 to 20 more years to come.
Okay. And looking ahead, what is the vision for Liberia's digital future over the next 10 years? And what role do you see Montana playing in that transformation?
I see us tripling our efforts.
Okay.
I see us doing more. And like I said, what we need is the opportunity from the government, from the legislature to enable not only Montana, but enable all of the folks that are in the tech ecosystem. If you can do, there is enough work to go around that it doesn't have to be only Montana, but the work must be done by Liberians. We say, think Liberia, love Liberia, build Liberia, but the part that we've left out is buy Liberian. Okay, if we're not buying Liberian solutions, then how are we going to develop Liberia? So when it comes to technology, It's in our DNA. So we just need our government, our people, our ministers, our directors, when they have a problem, think Liberia first. Come to us, come to the technology folks. If they're not giving you an answer, then you can go outside. But don't let going outside be your first choice. Let that be your last choice. Okay. So we're here to stay. We're not going anywhere. We've been here for 20 years. We intend to be here for at least another 20. At least another 20. Yes.
So after the 20 years, you leaving?
No.
But then we're going to sell another target, maybe at least another 30 years.
So we set 20-year increments.
Okay.
All right. So we set 20-year increments.
Okay. So now we recently celebrated International Women's Day. What does Montana do to support women? She might, talk about this.
Before she marries, I'll just state one critical. We do have a policy in the company.
Okay.
And I don't know how many companies that have that policy, but it was very aggressive, unconventional by the owners of the company. The policy states that at minimum, 30% of our employee must be a female.
Okay.
Minimum. It's a policy. It's written in our bylaws, our handbook. Minimum. So if we have 25% and all male apply would disqualify everybody, we need female. We need to reach that 30% cap. Currently, we are around 37%, and we always encourage females. So I'll let you might talk the rest, but just that policy part I wanted you to know about.
Thank you. And I would have also talked about that policy, which is very key for us. Because to be honest, this is a man's word, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman. So we as women are given equal opportunities at Montana to make sure that we can be able to participate equally. And this has been not only a culture at Montana, but it has been something that has helped to support women grow in this sector. Because this sector is short of women, but Montana has given us the opportunity to be able to strive and be able to make a difference in this space. So technology is not something that you will just find a lot of women, participating regularly, but Montana has given us the bed that we can be able to grow, progress, and make a difference in all aspects of our lives. Some of us are not IT professionals, but we are, making a difference in this space in much ways that we can.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then and the female participation in the company is not just from maybe a sales perspective. No, we have engineers, we have developers, we have product analysts, we have people who went to university to study computer science, they graduated, and then we are able to bring them on board to work with them. So so you have all of those. Make sure that we all work together to ensure that we have the right framework, we have the right strategy in place to support women and the development of women in society.
Is there any plan for the celebration of the anniversary?
Oh yes, there are a lot of plans starting from today.
Okay.
But
started from yesterday.
Started from yesterday. Okay. We started yesterday in the house of God. Okay. So we went to church yesterday, and then today we're here. And most of the things we want to do is we want to give back. So there's an orphanage home on, I believe, 10th Street, the Antoinette Todman Cheshire home. So we're going to be going there from here, and we're going to be giving back. Tomorrow, we'll be going to Grand Cape Mount County. Obviously, Montana is VI. So we're going to St. Timothy's Hospital to be able to give back. Wednesday, we're going to Kakata, to C.H. Rennie Hospital in Kakata. And then on Thursday, we'll be doing JFK and Redemption Hospital. So that's the major things in terms of our plans. We want to be able to give back. We found out that, sometimes women get pregnant or they go through their delivery and they don't have money to pay their bills. And so they're just kept there. JFK feeds them, but they're just there. And it touched our hearts, and we said, okay, we want to make that. We want to make a difference there. So we'll show up tomorrow or whenever, and then we'll do what we need to do. Most of our expenses are going to be
financially.
Yes. Okay. So we'll get there. People that, if there are no pregnant women that will pay the bills, or people that's there, but we will do something. So that's our way of giving back.
In addition to that, over the years, we've done lots of social corporate responsibility to as a company in terms of scholarship, to healthcare, to employment opportunities. So we already have corporate social responsibility framework, which my team responsible for. We do some sponsorship. I know we did the chess federation, the right letter. We did social media pageant here and there. So we got a lot of, as a corporate institution, you get lots of requests for support, which we work within our agreed budget. But for this anniversary, we're like, okay, we want to do something, especially in the healthcare, so that and it's something that we want to track, because there is soon you pay a bill for a child unborn, and we are able 20 years to still maintain connection with that child. As a company, that's what we're trying to do. So we're not doing something for one time, and we chose healthcare so that, let's see, the child is at the hospital, mine, so we say, well, John, this baby will pay for this 5-7 child. We're going to keep our profile and work with these family or the mothers over time to monitor the progress. So 20 years, we want to come in studio with those children and say, yeah, these were the kids 20 years ago, we pay for them, and now they're 20 years old. That's something we're trying to do. So, and we're not looking at right now as a company, we're looking at 20 years, even 30 years. Maybe some of those kids may even be employed with Montana, based on what they will study in school and how productive they will be for the society. So that's our direction why we went with the healthcare.
Okay, we could go to the lines, but I'm afraid we are way beyond time.
Sure.
So finally, is there anything that maybe did not ask that you want to mention before we leave?
Well, not that you didn't ask, but to add on to what Carl talked about in terms of the corporate social responsibility. A couple of, I think 2 or 3 years ago, actually 3 years ago, if you can recall, the Logos Hope Library ship came to Liberia. And for the first time, we took students, the 6th graders from the Monrovia Demonstration Elementary School. And let me be, blunt, it's called the Monrovia Demonstration Elementary School. So people have tried to change it. Okay. And we took the 6th graders to the ship. Because of that, 2 students got scholarships. We asked them to write essays on the trip, and 2 of them got scholarships to go to BW Harris, through somebody else that had contacted us. Those children are doing so well right now in BW Harris. Now, these are kids that left a public school and they are in a private school and they're doing well. And in 2 years, they will be graduating. Again, that would true. If Montana hadn't taken them on that journey, they would not have been even in BW Harris to be making the kind of grades that they are making today. Because since they've been there, they've been on the honor society. So that is something that we take pride in.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Carl and Shemaya, anything?
No, just to say thank you to the Spoon family for allowing us to use your studio. This is one of the many interviews we want to keep doing during our anniversary week, and all the support that you've given to the society when it comes to broadcasting and sharing information. We appreciate you as well, and we see you as a partner in progress. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, we want to say thank you for having us. It has been an honor to come onto this radio station. We're going to be coming on to the in Kakata as well as in Rabosport. So we pray that you continue to follow us during this entire week. If you're not following our Facebook page, we're on Facebook as Moitano Consulting and Technology Group, MWETANA. You can also follow us on TikTok, and you can also follow us on Instagram and X. So if you're not following us, this is an opportunity for you to follow us and see the impact that we're having on the Liberia economy. So please follow us and make sure that you can be able to hold us to some of those things that we're doing, and we say thank you for everything that you have done, Spoon.
Thank you very much. So, folks, that's all the time we have to be here. We've been in conversation with folks from Montana. We had the CEO, Mr. Vivian C. Jones, of the Montana Consulting and Technology Group. We also had in our studio here, Carl R. Smith and Shemaya Alicia Jones Copy. They've all been here talking about, the company and, of course, plans for the anniversary. It's been a wonderful presentation here this morning. Sorry, we have to go into the next announcement time. We apologize for that. But I think it was a wonderful time. My name is Yekezi Zobel. I've been here alongside Sylvester Wowi. Catch us up here tomorrow. Tomorrow, we play host to a presidential hopeful, Ya Veyi. He will be our studio guest tomorrow. So you can join us for that very, it's a conversation that's expected to be very captivating. Again, I'm Yekezi, bidding a pleasant goodbye from Odious Hongbatama in Moneta Library. Bye-bye.